I tell you what, mate, it's all hands on deck here. What's happened?
I think we've re-entered the dark ages.
My God, it's been all hands on deck here. It's been microphone issues, late work issues, dog issues.
I think we're on dial-up internet.
Oh, something like that.
We've taken a step back from a technology perspective, but not from a quality perspective in terms of our banter.
Hopefully not. So we apologise if this audio sounds like dip dog shit, but we'll do what we can. Hopefully we'll alleviate it for next week. But as we teased last week, DJ, we're previewing and we're looking back at the spring. Who were our premier 3-year-olds that we thought had the best performances throughout the spring? So, who tops your list?
Well, I'm gonna kick it off with a colt by the name of Ollie Kirk.
Well, he's my top one too.
Oh, look,
head and shoulders above the rest.
Yeah, same here. Golden Rose, Caulfield Guineas win. Enough said. Hopefully we see him in the autumn. I hope so.
I think yeah, they've brought him back. They're bringing him back for one autumn, so which would be great. He ran behind Rothfire in that huge run that Rothfire did.
That run to the Rose, yeah.
Run to the Rose, yeah, and he was the flashing light there, but Rothfire was just so good,
yeah,
that I couldn't possibly tip Ole Kirk in the Golden Rose, but. Gee whiz, mate. He was definitely the one that went to the next level.
I think so, and yeah, like you, mate, I was with Rothfire in the Golden Rose because you couldn't not.
No.
And, you know, obviously we saw what happened post-race to Rothfire. So, yeah, but he backed up beautifully in the Caulfield Guineas, and, yeah, when you said 3-year-olds, he's the first one I thought of. So. Yeah,
and thinking back to the Golden Rose from last year, you had Bivouac and Exceedance fighting it out with Yes.
Yeah.
So there's some hectic form lines coming out of that. So North Pacific could be a hell of a horse. And I think Rothfire went back into 4th when King Legacy got over him on the inside. But yeah, man, he was one for mine too. Another one that I had to go with the girls, Montefilia. She did nothing wrong. She won the 2 Group 1s in Sydney, Pippin, Dame Giselle and Hungry Heart up there, down there. So, yeah, no, she did well. She did falter a bit in the Oaks, where Personal was a bit too strong.
I was dirty with that run.
But, you know, I think they just... It always happens, mate. The 2,500 finds a lot of them out, so...
Oh, there's absolutely no shame in it being a horse that's good over the mile and the 2,000 and not good over the 2,400/2,500 and above. So I didn't have Montefilia, but was definitely one to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
Sticking with the girls though, Odium is one of mine, mostly because I think 1,000 Guineas run was unbelievable. And Mickey Walker gave her a sweet ride. I think even more so, though, just the step up into the Empire Rose on Derby Day against the older horses. Lost out by a nostril to Shout the Bar there.
Yeah.
It was still a great run, so can't begrudge that. I think is an impressive 3-year-old. For me, one that I want to be following into next year. I think it's a horse that's got good prospects as it gets older.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I definitely did think about it, but I just couldn't quite fit it into my top 3. And I had one that has probably just been kept for the autumn in Ain't No Deal Done. I reckon he's by far the best stayer out of all of that lot, and he didn't even contest the Victoria Derby. Like, he would have run rings around that lot.
Johnny.
All respect to Johnny, but Johnny won't win another race for mine.
He might be one of those Derby winners.
Yeah, so especially I think I saw the handicapper after it, like his ratings. Oh my God, they're too high.
Yeah.
He's gonna be top weight in every race that he runs in. Unless he's in up against like the older horses. So
well, lucky he's a big horse.
Yeah, but Ain't No Deal done. They didn't sell him to Hong Kong, which is also nice to see. And he also had the form franked with Victoria Key winning as well. So he was my final one.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, for me, the last one is September Run.
Yeah,
just an out and out sprinter, and she was phenomenal with. Her win in the Coolmore 3 on the trot, jumping from a listed race to win that race against some pretty sharp competition. There were a few horses that didn't have the best prep leading into that race, to say the least.
Oh my God, mate. It was like the Brisbane Broncos running that race. All of them were injured.
A few troops out on their feet. But, she's one that I think, she could do a Libertini and go on and run in an Everest. I think she's quick enough. It's just whether she's a horse that just wants to stick to the straight.
Well, Bivouac ran second in the Coolmore last year, and then he came out and won the Newmarket, and then he came out and did that in the VRC sprint. So I think if you handle the straight, you can put lengths on your opposition, because not all of them do it.
Yeah, and I like her pattern as well as a sprinter. I think she looms up and pounces when she needs to. So, definitely one to watch. I didn't put her in because I knew you would. So I did want to chat about her. So yeah, fair.
She's done nothing wrong. All right. Alrighty, mate. So on to the Polos, which I found bloody difficult this week. Just had a bit on punters, but your top tier. Kick us off.
I'm going to give Billy Pike a top tier.
Good.
Because he deserves it. He's had a phenomenal spring. Did really well when he was on the east side. He's gone back to the Wild West. He's gone into quarantine for 2 weeks, and he's come out and won his third railway in a row.
I see. I didn't know that. That's nice.
So third in a row for him. Actually, it might even be 4, but I'll have to double check that. But good on Pike. He gave Inspirational Girl a sweet ride. Too good. It was a no-brainer. Look, I went against her with Truly Great, but I thought Inspirational Girl was the obvious danger.
Yeah.
And after watching the race, I was just like, man, just keep things simple.
Yeah.
Look at that form and just Pikey on the back, draws a middle barrier. She's won 80% of the time. She's placed the rest of the time.
Yeah.
Oh.
She got pumped in late too.
She got pumped in. She was about $4 when we were talking about her on the potty.
Well, speaking of that,
hello.
I was looking at my Sportsbet app and considering whether I was going to have a bet in the race. Saw $3.80 in front of me, could boost it to like $4.50 or whatever. I was like, do I hit the button here? And I didn't.
Oh no!
And I was like, I think I'm just going to regret this. But mate, you can't back them all. But fair enough, mate. I had Glenn Boss relocating to Queensland for the Magic Millions Carnival.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Queensland, Bossy.
So I think he actually hasn't won the Magic Millions 2-year-old race, which away game won last year. So, which we didn't see her in the spring. So that makes me think that she just had a ridiculous autumn. They just were like, okay, she needs a long time in the spelling paddock. So, I'm looking forward to the Magic Millions Carnival.
Yeah, I am too. Yeah, I think it'll be awesome. It's great for Queensland racing, the Magic Millions Carnival. We need to get there one day, I think, mate. Especially to watch the auctions.
Yes, and with the borders opening up as well, mate. So that's another positive. So all the great jockeys from down south will be able to come up here and compete in what is a cracking carnival.
You want the cream of the crop, mate? That's what you want.
That's it. Who's looking okay, you know?
Look, I'm going to give this a middle tier because I want to have a bit of discussion about it, and I have a feeling that you might have mentioned it, but it's the whole blood situation, alligator blood.
He's got a solid green polo on for me too.
Yeah.
You know?
He's a green polo.
He's my middle tier this week.
And the whole situation with the owner splitting from Alan Andres, splitting from David Van Dyke, going to Gay Waterhouse. Look, think of it what you will, right? But at the end of the day, what's the best thing for alligator blood? Do you think he's going to be a better horse now, training with Gay? Or do you think he's past it?
No, I think he's still a good horse. I think, given his pattern, I think David Van Dyke probably overthought things a little bit and trying to ride him a bit more quiet. Where, man, he won like 9 in a row when he was leading.
Just blistering pace.
Like, different gravy going up in Group 1 company, but like he won one Group 1 and he went bloody close where Super Seth ran over the top of him as well, where he was leading and just in the hurt locker, putting the other horses in their out of their comfort zone. I don't know. It kind of just came out of nowhere, but I think it was also a two-pronged thing. I think the owner is an absolute flog where David Van Dyke's just like, I don't need this anymore.
Yeah.
Take him. I think he was just sick of him.
Well, David Van Dyke's had Group 1 success with it and a whole bunch of other success. And look, obviously the Waterhouse and Bott stable generally has them leading as horses. And, if that's how they're going to, bring Alligator Blood back, get him leading again, there's plenty of bloody good horses who lead. Dreamforce, Redzel, the big fella.
Yeah, I know. It's just like Santa Ana Lane when he was in his early career. They tried to ride him on speed, and that's why you kept getting him at 30-1 in Group 1s, because they actually figured out his pattern.
Yeah,
they needed to ride him quiet. Each horse has their different pattern. I think he just loves being in the hurt locker.
Yeah, which is fine.
He likes to gallop. Let him go.
Let him go. Yeah, so I thought that was it's not a bad situation. It's just what's best for the horse. So middle tier.
It's a shame for Queensland racing too.
It is.
Because with Rothfire out, he was probably the big ticket.
Yeah.
Left here. So there's a bit of a gap with him leaving now. So watch this space. Cool. So my bottom tier, mate, was the Victoria Derby runner-up, Hit the Shot, has just been sold to Hong Kong, which I'm a bit annoyed about because it always happens to these Derby winners or placing getters or whoever. They just get sold to Hong Kong and then our staying stocks just are depleted as a result. But along with him, Promising Queensland galloper got sold to Hong Kong, Command and Conquer, a couple of weeks ago as well, which makes me love Ain't No Deal Done even more because they turned down the Hong Kong money for him to race here. So I think he'll be one of my boys. Ain't No Deal Done. But yeah, it's just a bit of a shame because I've lost a few horses that I didn't mind, especially IndyCar.
Yeah.
God damn. Anyway.
It's a reality, mate. It is a shame from the staying perspective because I think Australian horses are known for our sprinting and sort of middle distance quality, which is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then the internationals come back and win all our long distance races. So it'd be nice to have a few more Aussies.
Yeah. But yeah, mate, let's be honest, if I was in that situation, I'd sell it.
Oh, yeah. It's a reality. Yeah, it just is what it is.
And if you don't sell it, then you're in a real Canaan situation because they turned down $2 to $3 million for that horse.
Oh,
when it wins it's either a Group 3 or a listed race, you get offered that money and they're like, no, this thing's going to win the Caulfield Cup. Didn't even qualify.
No, if you get offered something like that, you take it 100% because you might have the next Winks, but odds are you won't.
Unless you're in a position where I think, say Peter's Investments over in WA, they can that guy's a billionaire. He can just do whatever he wants with his horses, and if he gets offered money, he's not going to sell it.
No.
It's like I always think this when Godolphins sell a horse, it can't be any good.
Yeah.
Because if it was any good, they'd keep it.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Very true, man. Very true.
Yeah.
Look, for a bottom tier, all I'm going to say is we're lucky that we didn't give out our Kembla Grange and Ascot quaddie picks out on the podcast.
Oh, my God.
Because we were hopeless. So we got one leg in each quaddie.
Far out.
And one of those was Inspirational Girl, which was a $2.50 thing in the Group 1. And the other thing was Matawi over in Kembla Grange, which is paying about $4.80.
Crikey, I didn't even... After I knew we were out of the first leg, I didn't even watch the rest.
Yeah, well, I did. Just out of interest's sake. So, yeah, be happy that we didn't give those tips out to the public, mate. So that's a bottom tier performance from you, from me, and also from Bradley Weston. So.
Yes, far out. Nah, on notice, understood. Okay. Alrighty, mate. So let's get stuck into the Winterbottom Stakes. So another Group 1 in the West. So 1,200 metre weight for age contest. Started in 1953.
Jeez.
Yeah, so, and they didn't really have as many stats as they did in the Railway. That was a...
Stats galore.
Well, it helped me find the winner.
Yeah, true.
So, I don't think it will be... Look, there's one that's going to be awfully hard to beat here, but regardless, mate, the key lead-ups. The Birthday Stakes, which was run on a soft 5 this year, 1,200 metres, set weights penalties, was won by Stageman.
Yep.
Second was Cup Night, who I don't think is in the field from memory.
It ran last week in the Railway.
And Dance Music, who I don't believe is in the field either. Another one is the Crawford Stakes, over 1,000 metres, set weights penalties. Indian Pacific, who I think is second favourite, won that by Mervyn and Stageman again. So there's some form lines coming in there already. That was run on good 4. The Prince of Wales Stakes, 1,000 metres weight for age on a good 4, was won by Valor Road, who I think is about that $15 mark. And he beat Essential Spice and Rock Magic, who's... Rock Magic, might I just say. It's not every day, mate, you see an 11-year-old gelding running in a Group 1.
It's not. And look, there's certainly worse horses in this race.
Look, he hasn't won for 81 weeks. But he's placed twice at Group 1 level. Last time, mate, he ran third in this race last year. So, could be worse. And the final lead-up, mate, is the Colonel Reeves. On a heavy 8 this year, over 1,000 metres, set weights penalties. Celebrity Queen won that, who's second favourite here. With Stageman again, he's there or thereabouts in the lead-ups, and Indian Pacific running third. So, that's the lead-up races, mate, but there is an Eastern Raider here who, my God, he looks like one of the best placed horses in Australia this weekend.
I tell you what, all things being equal, he wins this race.
Surely.
Oh, surely, yeah.
And you look at the Everest form out of that. So he ran second in the Moya Stakes or whatever it was, and then Geitra came out and won. Bivouac came out and blitzed him down the straight. Nature Strip came back and he actually ran pretty well. He ran
second. Libertini ran third in that race.
Far out. There's Everest form everywhere.
Yeah.
So, look, and might I say for trekking, mate, he'd have one of the most well-stamped past horses in Australia, I reckon.
He would. He's a well-travelled horse.
Mate, he won the Goodwood this year. He's won a Stradbroke. Ran third in Everest last year and he ran fourth this year. He's been racing in Melbourne and he ran in the Winterbottom last year. He runs everywhere.
If he was a grey, you'd call him the Grey Nomad.
Why?
Do you not know what Grey Nomads are? All right, that's a conversation for off the podcast.
Okay.
Basically, it's like the older generation. A lot of them get caravans and do like trips around Australia.
Oh my goodness!
And they call them the Grey Nomads.
Yeah.
It was a funny joke.
It was,
but obviously you didn't get the meaning.
I'm not as well read as you, so that's all right.
Oh, it's just
yeah.
Look, all things being equal, he wins this race, and that's all I'm going to say. If he loses, look, I'm not going to be distraught.
No,
because it's not a betting race for me, punters.
No.
But I'll be very surprised if he loses this race.
Looking at this prize money, and Everest helps, even when you run third and fourth, but he's got $5.1 million in prize money.
He's a good horse.
Yeah.
He's a great horse, Trevor.
Yeah.
Honest.
Yeah.
Bit more than honest.
No, he's kind of won me over this prep. I thought he was always a rung below the very, very top sprinters, but he matches it with them.
Yeah.
I think he's a length short of them. Say like a Bivouac and Classic Legend and all those guys.
He's not an A plus. He's a A minus A. Good horse.
Yeah, and the good track that he's going to get over there is just going to be cherry ripe. I think he'll be awfully hard to beat. But there's 2 other spots, mate. There's 2 other spots in the top 3.
There is.
Who feels them?
The good silks do.
God, I had a feeling.
The Arcadia Queen silks fill them.
Well,
and there's one horse called Celebrity Queen.
Hey, heir to the throne.
Course.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I in all honesty, how many times did Stageman's name come up in those form lines?
Yeah.
I think he'll run a good race. And I like to look at this Celebrity Queen. I've watched a few of her replays. She fights. She fights well. She can win on a good deck. She can win on a heavy deck. The distance is suitable. The track's suitable. Plus, I just got a thing. I just got a thing for fillies and mares in those silks. So I reckon for my trifecta, trekking will win. I think Celebrity Queen will run second, and then I'll have Stageman running third. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no, I had Celebrity Queen running second as well. I didn't have Stageman in my numbers because I did notice the trainers. So Grant and Alana Williams are the Celebrity Queen trainers, but A. Durant, whoever that is, I don't know my WA form, but
Adam.
doing the form over the last couple of weeks, I've kind of starting to put some things together. Pikey's obviously the top seed for...
I didn't even mention he's on trekking.
No.
Of course he is.
Yeah. And that makes me think he would have had the choice of Celebrity Queen and trekking, and he's gone trekking, which tells a story there. But yeah, the Grant Alana Williams team, they would be the top echelon horses that go to that stable from the Peters Investments team. And then the others go to Adam Durant.
Jeez, you've done Adam dirty there.
Yeah.
Tweet at him. Call him out.
Yeah. Look, if it wins, so be it. But happy to take it on. I don't have it running third. I have Valor Road running third. So might have actually picked this fella in this race last year from memory. Very honest horse. Was absolutely no chance last start. My God, it was about 5 wide when Celebrity Queen won, and not sure a heavy deck is exactly what he thrives on. So I'm happy to forgive that. He's drawn inside here. He'll be on speed. I just think trekking will be running past him late. The other horse I would have loved to have chucked in is Indian Pacific, who'll be up on speed too, but trekking's going to win.
Yeah, trekking.
Okay, good stuff, mate. Well, juicy stakes time.
Yeah.
Talk to me. Who's your value?
Well, to be completely honest, I couldn't really find an absolute roughie in that. I only looked at Ascot this week.
Yeah.
Full disclosure, punters. I couldn't find anything that I thought was a genuine roughie. But I think Celebrity Queen and Stageman, both in the feature and in the Winterbottom, I think you can get about $8 or $9 for Celebrity Queen.
Yeah, and $12 for Stageman. So, mate, that is exotic prices, if I've heard them.
Exactly right.
Lob them in with trekking, Quinellas,
Exactas,
trifectas, good stuff.
So I think that's what you're gonna.
Yeah.
That's what you're gonna get some value out of in Ascot on the weekend, guys.
Yeah, nice one. I found one in the last at Doomben.
Hello.
I know. I'm keeping a little eye on Doomben, Queensland, because it's coming up to the Magic Millions Carnival. So
sorry, mate. Just let me get Doomben up. I'm about 2 hours behind you.
Okay.
In Ascot.
Yeah. Yeah, you're on Ascot time.
I'm on Ascot time.
You know exactly who I'm going to chuck in here.
Oh, of course you are.
I reckon she's been my roughie in this podcast about 3 or 4 times, but I cannot go past her. She's a stupid price, punters. What is she? 20, 30s?
$21.
$21. That'll do me. Race 9, number 1, Crone again. Yep. Look, a few things actually going against her.
Like what?
Stays at the distance, which I wasn't thrilled about. I think she's better out to 1400. But mate, she's an underrated horse.
She is.
She gets missed by the market. She's back to mare's grade, so I think she'll be hard to beat. But and I didn't really like the favourite in that race.
Neither.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was vulnerable.
Well, look, you got $7.50 the field. Oh, sorry. The favourite's actually number 2, Jaden Toms, about $4.60. So $4.60 the field, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where I've gone.
Right.
Did you have an each way, or did you just have best?
Nah, I think my best bet's probably trekking.
Yeah.
But another best bet, punters, if you want to have a look in Ascot still is, I think race 8, number 10, Royal Command. I think that's got a great shout.
Yep.
In its race. So, look, I don't think it's a great price, but I think it should win that as well. So, but I think trekking is as sure a thing as what you'd hope for in a Group 1.
Yeah. Well, I had an each way in the same race at Doomben.
Okay.
Jamie Lady. She's about $9 last time I checked. She beat Fiesta by, I think, nearly 2.5 lengths in the winter, and Fiesta's just come out, won twice down in Melbourne. So I think she's definitely been missed in the market there. I think she's probably actually the better bet out of the two in that race. She's probably closer to the horse that I actually am keenest to bet on over the weekend if I was to have a bet. So might lob her into a double with trekking, because trekking's my best of the day. So
fair enough, mate. Fair enough. No, yeah. Look, I haven't looked at Doomben, so I can't say whether I agree with you or not. But fair enough.
Just agree with me, mate.
I'll just agree with you for the sake of the potty.
Lovely. Okay. Short and sweet, punters, but that's all we have. Hopefully we'll sort out our microphone issues. That'd be nice. But next week is the Kingston Town. So I think that's 1,800 metres. So then we're going to look back on our best stayers over the Spring Carnival. Which
be good. Looking forward to it, mate. And before you know it, it'll be the bloody CF4.
I know, which is far out. What was it? I saw it today.
It's like start of Feb.
Yeah, that's way earlier than it usually is. So interesting times. Anyway, punters, all the best if you're having a bet. But yeah, we'll see you next week.
Go trekking.